Hey guys, welcome to an episode of music video show songs and memories. The memories. I have songs about that I showcased on the show for a 31-day challenge for the month of April, and I just talk about songs from then and whatever. So the first song I'm going to talk about for day one is from a song from the very first episode, which was Saint Anger's Metallica. Now, I've already talked about the song, I think, on both the original episode and the commentary track, which I did a few months after that first episode. So I just want to talk about the song Saint Anger's Metallica by Saint Anger, the memories it gave me. Now, let's go back to 2003. I was really into hip rap and rock because I thought because of the color of my skin, I was like, okay, I'm gonna look at I only like rap, but if it just so happened to have rock element, I can like that too without being discriminatory or whatever. So what happened was it was more I'm pretty much gonna go with whatever rap rock because it sounds good together and whatever. So basically what happened was I was really into it, and then one day in 2003, I just happened to see this thing called Saint Anger by Metallica, and I'm like, are they a rap rock thing? Because here's the thing, it was pretty much a promo thing, you know. It was a close up of it was pretty much like a promo, like the what you see on the cover, like the fist and whatnot, like the fist or whatever. And it was pretty much that, and it was in commercials. They here's the thing, they ran that shit. They ran it constantly. It was not only was it on Much Music or Much More Music, but it was on YTV and It was on television. It was on shows like channels like YTV and Teletoon, and there were even things that had nothing to do with music, like the Sports Center or TSN back when I still watched sports. But holy crap, this was promoted like crazy. Every time there was a commercial break on the show I was watching, there was a promo for Saint Anger constantly, and I only heard 10 seconds of it because the commercial, it wasn't even a commercial, it was just a promo. It was like, here's Saint Anger, and then I was like, okay, fine. And this happened for 2 straight weeks. Every time there was a show going on commercial, there it was. Oh, sorry, I am so sorry. Every time there was a commercial for 2 straight weeks, it was like, okay, here's Saint Anger, here's a promo, and then just like the H1N1 virus, it just disappeared. I didn't hear about it. At one point, I was like I didn't give it a second thought. I'm like, okay, and then I didn't even give it a second thought. It just disappeared again, like the swine flu. I was didn't even ask what happened to it. There was no commercial. It just dropped off the face of the earth again, just like H1N1. And I was like, and before I started doing the show, I'm like, whatever happened? This was years later. This was 10 years later. I'm like, whatever happened to Saint Anger? I remember it, there were so many commercials about it, and then all of a sudden it just vanished. And then I looked up on the Wikipedia and thought, oh, this thing got a thrashing. I'm like, holy crap. And I saw the music video for it, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'm just going to watch it. And it was a stupid music video, and I'm going to say something about the song. I kept listening to that song over and over again. I mean, years before I knew who Metallica was. I eventually knew who Metallica was, because, what was it? Enter Sandman, I knew One, I knew, The Day That Never Comes. I know a couple of songs, but Saint Anger was one that eluded me. And eventually I got to Saint Anger. I'm like, oh my god, this is not a great song. Not a good song, but I just can't stop listening to it. I just can't. I'm so sorry. It hurt me. This hurt me. So that's why I'm rubbing a little bit. But it actually is not that good of a song. I'll listen to it just out of pure oh my god, what happened to this? And I'm like, okay, this is fine. So yeah, Saint Anger was pretty much how I was technically introduced to Metallica, not in the best way. And the reason why I bring up how I compared Saint Anger to the H1N1, because it was exactly like that. Everybody was talking about the swine flu for like 3 straight weeks and what's going on. And then all of a sudden, I forgot about it. Everybody just stopped talking about it. Until one day I was at Saturday school. I'm like, wait a minute. What was that thing? What was it? I know it was called H1N1, but what was it actually called? What was it going? What was it? What was it called? And like it kept bothering me for 15 minutes. I'm like, swine flu. That's what it was called. It was called swine flu. Like, because it just it was everywhere. And here's the thing. It was everywhere, and then everybody stopped talking about it. And then all like that's how Saint Anger was. Like at one point, there was a whole store at HMV. There was a whole section of the store that was a cardboard cutout of the monster you see on the Saint Anger cover or back cover, and it was just copies of CDs. And it was like that's how big it was. And then all of a sudden, it just disappeared. Like never, like I never saw it again. I'm like, what? Whatever happened to that? Like nobody says it because it's like nobody wants to listen to this Metallica album. Like to the point where apparently, according to some radio stations, they just made fun of the like that album and this particular song. Like I'll listen to the song very much. I don't think it's a good song, but that's the memory it gave me. The song again, not a good song, but I'll listen to it because it's just so what was it? Uh Not good that it's like a train wreck you're told like it's like a train wreck that you hear. It's like, oh my god, what is this? What am I listening to? And that's me and that's pretty much Saint Anger in a nutshell. And yeah, it gets a lot of crap. So, a lot of it deserved, but you know what? They're going through a rough patch, and you know what happens when you go through rough patches? It just, yeah. So that's all I gotta say about Saint Anger. I don't think I have much else to say about it because everybody has talked about it. Like everybody has talked about the album, the song. Like again, radio stations just play the song just to make fun of it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about it. And thank you for another. That's it for another. That's it for an episode of Music Video Show Songs and Memories. And I'll see you another time. Thank you.